Hey, welcome to Avery's Apron. My name is Avery, and today I'm going to be sharing this recipe for these amazing crispy fajita tacos. It's Taco Tuesday, right? Right, so let's switch it up a little bit and try something different with these crispy fajita tacos. They are literally so good, so addicting. I'm ready to share the recipe. Let's get into it. So this recipe only requires a few ingredients. I've got a yellow onion, red bell pepper, green bell pepper, fajita seasoning, cream cheese, cheese of your choice, corn tortillas, and some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. That's literally all you're gonna need, okay? So I'm gonna start off by sauteing about half of an onion, and then I've got like a quarter of the red pepper and a quarter of the green pepper that I threw in the food processor to get a nice fine chop, okay? I wanted these to be chopped up pretty small, just so they really cook down in the meat mixture. So I am going to go ahead and sprinkle some of my fajita seasoning over my veggies, and I'm just going to sweat these down a little bit before I add the chicken in the pan. Okay, so after about 5 minutes or so, I am going in with my chicken thighs. Now, these I cleaned and cut off camera. Okay, I cleaned them and I cut them into strips, and then I sprinkled over a generous amount of that fajita seasoning. Okay, and I just stirred it up to make sure everything was nicely coated. Now, I've added them to the pan, and I'm going to saute this until everything is nice and brown and cooked through. This should take about 15 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna remove it from my pan and shred it up, okay? I also want to remind you before I move on that all of my specific recipe notes, measurements, cook times, all of that wonderful stuff is down in the description box below. So be sure to check that out. Okay, so at this point it's been about 15, 20 minutes or so. And I'm just checking the chicken to make sure it's nicely cooked through. And it was. And of course it had, taste a little piece quality control. But now I'm just shredding up all my chicken. I've just got two forks here. And I'm just pulling those bigger chunks apart. I want these to be kind of small and shredded up. Now, if you want, even though I'm using chicken thighs for this, you could use ground chicken so that you could skip this step if you don't want to do all this work. But yes, I'm just shredding this up with my fork, and then we're going to start assembling everything. So at this point, I've transferred my shredded chicken to a bowl, and I'm going in with half that block of cream cheese that I showed you guys earlier. I'm just going to stir it around until it's well combined in the chicken, and then I'm going to start mixing in my cheeses, okay? You can use whatever cheese you want for this, but I'm using a full bag of fire habanero cheese. It's like made by Taco Bell. Found it at Walmart. You could use it if you want. And then I'm also going to use like about a cup or so of triple cheddar cheese, okay? But like I said, use whatever cheese you like, okay? All right, at this point, everything's well combined, so we're gonna start building these. I've got these white corn tortilla shells, and I'm just gonna put like 2 to 3 scoops of the filling on one side of the shell, and then I'm gonna fold it over and set it to the side and assemble the rest of these. Okay, I'm using corn tortilla shells because that's what I prefer. I think they get crispier, and I just like the texture and the taste better than flour tortilla shells. But if you prefer flour tortilla shells, then by all means use that. It's totally up to you, whatever you prefer. Okay, so I assembled the rest of my tacos off camera, and now I'm showing you how I fried these up. Okay, I've already done a couple batches at this point, but I just wanted to show you. I just put just enough vegetable oil in the bottom of the pan to coat the pan. Okay, we're not deep frying this, we're just pan frying them. Okay, so yeah, I laid my tacos in, and I'm just cooking them until they're golden brown and crispy on both sides. Okay, all we're trying to do is melt down the filling in the middle and crisp up the shell. Okay, so that only takes about 3 to 4 minutes per side. Okay, and as you can see, after about 4 minutes, they are beautifully golden brown. Okay, we are not going to talk about how my shells cracked. Okay, they were still delicious. It's totally fine. But yeah, I'm just gonna finish cooking these up, and then I'm gonna show you guys the finished product. And after 4 more minutes, we are removing these from the pan. So good, you guys. They're so crispy. I just love corn tortilla shells. Like, they are my absolute favorite. Okay, but here they are. I just wanted to show you the middle. I'm gonna pull this apart. Look at that cheese. So gooey. I hope you guys have enjoyed this recipe. Give it a try, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.
You got a crunch. Ooh. Yes, we hear it. It's delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Close up.
It's
There
really
you have
good.
it, folks.